What's good, YouTube? I'm joined here by Billy Brake, and what did you just do?
I topped the regional in San Antonio.
I think you won a regional.
I got first place, but yeah, I made top cut. I got an XO1.
And what do you use?
I use Metalfoes, since, with all the new Invasion of Vengeance cards.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Alright, well, I played 3 Metalfoe Gold Driver because he's a Metalfoe. I played 3 Metalfoe Steelin because he's a Metalfoe. I played 3 Metalfoe Full Flame because he's a Metalfoe. I played 3 Metalfoe Silvered because he's a Metalfoe. No, I maxed out on all the Metalfoes. I also played 3 of the new rare Metalfoes, Bismugear. A lot of people just play 2 because they think drawing like multiple is bad. I mean, drawing 3 is not good, and drawing 3 of these is still fine, but that's probably not going to happen much. But even if you draw 2, you can still scale 1. Make sure you always scale it second to last. Figure it out if you don't understand. If you draw 2, you scale 1, then you can fuse with 1 from your hand to make Mithrilium still, and then when you can float it from your grave, it's still you're special summoning from your hand, and so it's still not completely dead when you draw 2. And I just want to max out because the best hands are just full of Metalfoes, so I want to make sure I can max out on every Metalfoe that I can possibly play. Then let's see, I played 1 Lesser Pendulum. You have to play him. He's not that great. I don't like him that much, but you need to play him because that way Gofu in level 3, you can make Ignister and summon him from your deck so you can out anti-spell Fragrance, since you wouldn't be able to scale Pendulum monsters, since I'm not playing Scrap Dragon either, so I need to have this in my deck. But he's still solid, but you can't fuse with him or do anything with him because I don't play Dinoster, so that's his only downside. But I made Ignister turn 1 a lot, so if after my Pendulum summon I didn't have any Metalfoes to destroy my Bismugear to shuffle back the Luster into my deck, so I'd be able to add the Metalfoe to my hand for my full, so I could have full on my opponent's turn and have Metalfoe to fuse with. So he's actually really important, even though I didn't used to like him very much in this deck. 3 Match Victor Kirin, Bambuku. This card's the best. Please let me draw this every game. Thank you very much. 1 Match Victor Kirin. Yeah, it's the best. This card's still insane against everything. 1 Match Victor Nekomata. It's really good. It's another low scale besides Kirin. I can search with Bambuku. It's a level 3 win that can make Totem Bird. It's a Dark Soul, so searching this in phase with Bismugear, if you have a full set, just those 2 searches is Mithrilium by yourself. And with the Metalfoe you discard from your hand when you fuse is going to be coming back to the field when you float the Mithrilium. It's just a really good card. I would always play it. 3 Blackwing Gofu, the Vague Shadow. This card's amazing. I'm sad it's a Blackwing, but it's still broken card. You got to run it. It's the best card. 3 Archfiend Eccentric, one of the best Pendulum monsters. Rotas for your guys when you pop a combination, destroys an Exiled Force. It's just ridiculous. Then that's all for the monsters. There's 27. I played 2 full Metalfoe Fusion because I like having 2 set, so I can fuse for Mithrilium if I need to, and then fuse for Alkist. Or if I have 2 set with a combination, I can fuse for actually this chain combination, fuse for an Ori Calc with a Mithrilium, then with the combination bring back the Mithrilium, and the Mithrilium effect's also going to bring out another Metalfoe, so then I have Ori Calc, Mithrilium, and another normal Metalfoe probably. And that's what I did last time. Then I can fuse with, if I have a second one set, I can also fuse with the Alkist with the Mithrilium and the normal Metalfoe I got from the Mithrilium. And then I get to an Alkist and get to bring back, a guy from my grave or something else I want to float from my extra deck with the Mithrilium.
How do you feel about this combo, Scott Page?
I didn't know what the fuck he was saying halfway through.
Well,
he lost me.
You'll have to rewatch it.
Fuse for Mithrilium, then fuse with Mithrilium, and then keep fusing for other things. But 1 Metalfoe Fusion because it's the nuts. You can, with Mithrilium, you can use this card 3 times in a turn now. Still, yeah, one of the best cards in the deck. And this card also helps with anti-spell Fragrance, just being able to chain to it. You have more outs. 3 Mystical Space Typhoon obviously works with your combination. Being able to out anti-spell is huge in this deck. Union Hanger, when your opponent scales out and you think you can break their scale so you can pendulums. It's just one of the best cards. It's really, really good. 2 Pot of Desires. Yeah, it's Pot of Desires. Honestly, it's actually the worst card in my deck. I don't know why, but it is actually just the worst. 2 Painful Decision, not 3 because you don't want to draw multiples ever. Really, it's similar to this card, but it's a really good starter because it feels like a guy in your graveyard that you can either bring back with Mithrilium or shuffle back to be able to trigger Mithrilium. And then the traps, I only played 3. Well, 2 Metalfoe combination. I played 2 because a lot of times you use the first one to search. And it's also just really good to combo to bring back your guys and float more guys. Can't get Twin Twistered. Just having 1 face up with 1 Metalfoe completes your scales. It's just the best card, and I just like having 2 mainly because of the popping. And then you can shuffle them back with Mithrilium and
Wait.
Just, you have multiple.
Where's I don't see Do you see counter or strike?
Oh yeah.
Where's all the other
strike?
traps?
I'm not a big fan of strike. It's bad going second. I mean, it's not bad going second. It's still strike. It's just this deck. Metalfoes deal with it really easily with how to use Mithrilium correctly, and Twin Twister's really popular right now, and it's just the deck doesn't actually need it because you're using your monsters to deal with your opponent's stuff, and it's just way better. And then I did play the one emptiness though because you can make Void Ogre, and this card's just ridiculous a lot of times. And obviously with Pendulum monsters, it never goes away. And then with Metalfoes, you start your turn on you can either bounce this with Mithrilium if you have one face up, or you can just pop with a Metalfoe, and it's just free. But yep, that's all for the main deck. 27-3 and whatever that number adds to be 40.
I think that's 10.
Is it? Alright, well that sounds like it is. Alright, now to the extra deck. I played 3 Metalfoes Mithrilium. I think it's really important. A lot of times you'll make the first one, turn 1 if you go first, and then when you fuse for the second one, try and use his effect, it'll get striked, which means you still get a guy, but then you'll be gone too, but that's why I needed the third, so I can never run out. It's my favorite card.
Did it ever come up, the third one?
A ton. A huge amount. Like that exact scenario I just talked about where I make it turn 1 and then it dies. Or I use it to fuse with and I make the second one. And then on my turn it gets striked because they set, a card. Then I just don't have anymore. So the third one came up a lot. And also cards like Bottomless and stuff. But yeah, Mithrilium is the best card. I've been telling you this, month before Invasion came out, this was the really, really good one. And the Alchemist is really, really good also. But this one is way underrated. Everyone's just oh, is it during your opponent's turn? No, not all Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just absolutely insane. But yeah, its effect is still really, really good. One Metalfoes Orichalc. He's ridiculous. Don't have your guys in defense mode because you'll just lose games out of nowhere. Don't leave your Gofu tokens up. You're just going to die from 2 attacks. He's really, really good. And obviously his destruction effect and using him with combination to bring this guy back is really, really important. One Metalfoes Adamante. You still have to play this card even though I'm not playing Ultimaya right now. Because if you have an Alchemist that sucks up a monster, most of the time this is the only thing you can make because you... unless you're sucking up, there's no really pendulum monsters you can ever suck up because you can't suck up non-effect monsters, so you can't suck up any Metalfoes, you can't suck up any Magispectors, so most of the time it's just some sort of effect monsters. That's the only thing you can make, and sometimes the only thing you make. It's really important to play him. Don't ever cut him. You can also play Crimson Knight because if you suck up 2 guys with, sometimes you suck up a guy who has more than 2,500 attack, so you might need the bigger guy, but he requires 2 other guys. But I'm thinking about playing Crimson Knight. One Ignister. Weird. One Cypher Lord Omega. Sometimes you draw a double Gofu. You special one Gofu. Don't use his effect to make tokens. Summon your level 3. Synchro for this guy. Banish him. Especially your second Gofu. Get the 2 tokens. And it's just a free guy to make. And he's he's still an Omega. And it helps with a few desires. You can put your stuff back if something goes terribly wrong. But most of the time he's underwhelming. I don't like him that much. But he's still solid. Cypher Omega. Void Ogre Dragon. Broken. And I played one Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. I just like this card a lot, and I always put it in my decks, but I never ever make him. But his effect is just so good, I just feel like it has to come up. I'm still waiting for it to be broken though. But it can be really good against ABC if they tag out their guy and you get rid of their hanger, and they have 4 special summon monsters. You can summon this effect, and then it's pretty much game if you can summon one other monster. My only rank 4s are these guys. Castell just is really important. Even to get over any stupid card Ultimate Falcon, stuff like that. And just, the nullifying their graveyard effects is really important. 2 full Metalfoes Alchemist. This should have been near the beginning, but really important. It's how you interact. You can end your turn with a Mithrilium face up and just one of these already face up with a metal full set or 2 full set. So you get 1 suck up. It's just basically your trap card in this deck now, and it's really, really good. It destroys ABCs because if say if they have a Dragon Buster and you activate effect target Dragon Buster, even if they chain the Dragon Buster to banish this guy, due to game mechanics, even though he's not on the field, he'll still try to equip him, but it won't be there and it'll be sent to the graveyard. So yeah, this card just owns ABC Dragon Buster. 1 the Phantom Knight Breaksword, rank 3, and 1 Totem Bird, just because you can draw Mbuku's. If you ever draw Mbuku Kirin, Mbuku Cat, it's really, or double Mbuku. It's really easy to make this guy, and he can be really good. Obviously, negate spell traps is huge.
All right, any notable rounds from the tournament?
Well, I have a side deck.
Oh, yeah.
The side deck was not very good. I barely used it, but 1 Dante, 1 ABC Dragon Buster, 1 Master Hero Darklaw, 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon.
You're kidding, right? Hold on. Are you serious? Is that a joke or anything?
Tree Reaver.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. You're kidding, right?
No.
You had all bases covered, huh?
So most of them.
This is insane.
I should have put Shooting Quasar Dragon also in here.
No, obviously, yeah, fuck it, why not? You should have had like a Castell in there. What else? A Dweller?
Dweller? Yeah, no, but I didn't put these in very much, but the package.
Weird.
I was prepared. I fused with this for Adamonte, and I overlaid with it for Van My Breaksword once, and that was But besides that, yeah, it was fantastic though.
Yeah.
So that was minus 8 cards out of my side deck. 2 Dinkasegas. I played against Counter Fairy, so it worked. This card worked out. No
Control.
No Paleozoics though, but yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. So one of Morphage Sloth. This card sucks. I mean, this card's okay. The reason why this card's good is even when they do deal with it and can use their extra deck, if you can have a turn and clear their board, I'm pretty sure you can still pendulum summon this guy, right? So he can come back. And
Just
it's
like
a continual threat. It's like a continual Vanity Fiend even after they deal with it. He was okay. I mean, I don't know if he was okay. I never actually drew him or used him, but in theory, he is okay. Here's the 4 cards I actually side decked. 3 Cosmic Cyclones. This card's ridiculous against like anti-spell. ABC hitting their B if they equip and stuff like that. Anti-spell. And then also in the mirror, clearly it's ridiculous. And 1 Dimensional Barrier. I didn't main deck any of this card. I like it when it's going first. I think it's really only good against Metalfoes late game. Like turn 1, it's not that great. It's a situational kind of card, and the way I built my Metalfoe deck, I want every card to be good. That's why I didn't play counter, because if you draw a counter, it doesn't do anything. And the only dead cards really in my deck are drawing the multiple Gofu after I have established a board, drawing the 2 Painful or the 2 Pot of Desires, because everything else is a live card always. And this is just one of those other cards that requires my other cards to be good in order for this card to be good. Because if you just have a whatever monster in this, like that's not good enough unless depending on the deck you're playing against. And obviously against those decks, it's good against everything, which is why I side deck it. And I only like it when I go first, because obviously having this set going first is ridiculous. It just requires you have other cards, and I was just trying to go for more consistency and less trap cards.
All right, so now any notable rounds or shout-outs?
Shout outs to everyone I played. I mean, the rounds were all notable. I had a good tournament. It was a lot of thinking. This deck's not easy to use. It's fun to play with. I played against 6 ABC, 1 Metalfoe, 1 Counter Fairy, and 1 Mermail. But yeah, no, I had fun. Shout outs to everyone that was there. It was a good time.
All right, thanks, man.